Hello, welcome to another fight predictions video. This is Floyd Mayweather vs Andre Berto. So Floyd Mayweather and Andre Berto will square off in September 12th for the WBA, Ring Magazine and WBC Bodyweight titles. It was confirmed it's confirmed a couple of days ago by Mayweather on numerous social media websites. But I didn't know for quite a while that Andre Berto was going to be Floyd Mayweather's next opponent. The prediction for the fight, I think Mayweather will win this quite comfortably, as Berto isn't in the sort of best time of his career. If you go back to maybe about 2007 to 2008, 2009, he was obviously he was WBC champion. Andre Berto was fighting. I wouldn't say like top quality people, but I remember he fought Lewis Claus in 2009. He was okay as a champion, but there wasn't really a big massive challenge out there. And I think back then I didn't really watch much boxing, but from what I can remember, he only fought like, I don't know, subpar or like fringe fighters. He lost the title eventually to Victor Ortiz back in 2011. He did pick up the IBF welterweight belt as well in 2012, but he did vacate that shortly after, I think. He lost a couple of fights. Most recent one I can remember, he lost to Soto Caras in round 12, but he did sustain an injury. So now he's back. He doesn't deserve a obviously shot against Mayweather, but you never know. They might be friends, or they might have, I know, some sort of deal. But I mean, it'll be an interesting fight because Andre Berto is strong and he has got speed, but this might be the Andre Berto. It might not be the Andre Berto we want to see all the years ago. It could be the current Berto. I don't know how he's training, what he's been like recently. I know he did pick up a interim belt in his last fight against Lopez. So I'm not really convinced, but who knows? You never know. He'll make it interesting. There's been a lot of opponents. Floyd Mayweather has fought recently that I didn't think would be very interesting fights, like the Shane Mosley fight, which was obviously a long time ago now. I didn't think that would be interesting, but Shane Mosley made that quite interesting for a couple of rounds. So, but I do think Mayweather will win this easy. I mean, Mayweather's, obviously everyone knows what Mayweather's like now. He makes a good opponent look really average, so I don't see this fight being any different. If Mayweather wins, which he should do quite comfortably, I do think he'll retire, but he'll probably come back for one more fight to break Rocky Marciano's record of 49-0, just because Mayweather's obviously defined by a lot of things, obviously money, but of course he wants to break a record because he'll be seen as one of the best, obviously of my generation, and probably be seen as one of the best fighters of all time. And obviously I do think he'll come back for that. I just think it's all talk, just because people can read through people sometimes. I do think that's kind of Mayweather's talking stupid. I don't think he'll come back. I'm not sure when he'll come back. He might have a little bit of a break, but I think he might come back maybe middle of next year or end of next year. But who knows? I do think he'll come back though. If Andre Berto does win, obviously he'll open up a lot of big doors. He could fight Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, all those sort of big welterweights. Oh, you never know. He might have a immediate rematch with Floyd Mayweather if he did win. But I don't see it happening. Even if Andre Berto was in his sort of prime years back in like 2007, 2008, Mayweather was just retired back then, and I do think it would be no contest either because Mayweather was obviously fighting regularly back then as well. I don't think it would be any different. The only difference now is that they're a bit older than he once was, but Mayweather's still fighting at a high quality tempo. But it should be a great fight. I'll look into it. I mean, it's always a good watching Floyd Mayweather fight. He's not the most exciting fighter ever, but sometimes you do have to appreciate the way Mayweather fights. Yeah, like I said, it's not most entertaining for fans, but I do appreciate the way he fights because he's so clean and comfortable, and he never sort of breaks a sweat, never seems to be in any sort of trouble. Even when he seemed to be in trouble in more recent fights against Marcos Maidana, when he got on the ropes in a couple of early rounds in the first fight, Mayweather took a lot of shots, but come back and dominate the fight. So I don't think there's any sort of way to beat Mayweather unless he got really, really old and someone came in and just blasted him out, but that's never going to happen. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Floyd Mayweather vs Andre Berto fight prediction. If you did, give it a like and comment. I'll see you in the next video.